Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back. I hope everybody watching is doing well. I hope you guys are all taking care of yourselves. Today's pick a card is going to be a pick a card on the next 30 days. We are going to be getting into the changes that may be happening with your relationships, with work, with your friends, with life in general. So I'm very excited. This is going to be the last one of the year, the last month of the year, which is insane. But I'm very excited. As always, you guys, this is your reminder tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice, so take what resonates, leave what does not. There's nuance to every conversation, and with that, let's go ahead and show you the piles. All right, you guys, these are the three piles. Group 1 with the bench, group 2 with the ram, and group number 3 with the key. If you guys want to go ahead and pick more than one pile, you guys are welcome to do so. And if you need a minute to pause and meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys can do that right now. All right, you guys have now picked out your pile. Please go ahead and check out my description box. I'll have you guys timestamps for when your readings will start. With that, let's go and jump into today's pick a card. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your guys' reading. If you are looking for a personal reading, my lovelies, I have personal readings available in the description box. We're gonna roll the dice really quick. Scorpio, hello. Scorpio, doop, boop. Aquarius, hello, Aquarius. Taurus, hello, Taurus. Cancer, hello, Cancer. Sun, moon, rising, you guys. If your sign doesn't pop up, it's fine. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. The dice is extra. It's dessert. Can I please get a message? The next 30 days for group 1. 7 of Pentacles, you guys are working hella hard, okay? You're putting in work, you're putting in effort, you are showing up to work, you're clocking in, you're punching that timestamp, okay? Love that the most. Here's the thing, guys. If you don't show up to your garden, your plant's not going to grow, your seed's not going to grow. So if you guys are currently, and this is an analogy, if you guys are trying to grow a seed, show up to work, plant the seed. Don't literally show up to work, but like show up to work on your seed. If you do not show up to work on your seed's not going to grow. So that's what we're doing in the next 30 days. We are showing up, we are working, we are pouring our energy into our seeds. Some of you guys are extremely intelligent and you are wanting to be strategic, perhaps about the upcoming year ahead. Maybe you are trying to plan, make moves, put certain things into motion so that you can move forward in a productive manner. And then others of you are cutting stupid cycles out of your life. And when I say stupid cycles, I mean like stupid things that are draining you, stupid things that are no longer worth your time. You're saying, I'm done, I'm over it, this is done. I'm wrapping this cycle up, I'm closing this chapter out. This could be with a person, this could be with a situation. It does not need to be a person specifically, but it could be. This is essentially closing out chapters, guys. We're saying goodbye. We're saying toodaloo, goodbye. Adios, do svidaniya. We're not doing this, okay? That's the energy that's happening with the world. We have the 7 of Cups. Okay, so it looks like in you guys closing out those chapters, closing out those cycles and saying toodles, you guys are being presented with more options, which makes sense, right? Like, logically speaking, if we can all sit and be like super honest, super real, if you were focusing on something that's a loser, or focusing on something or someone that is not worth your time, your energy, and your effort, you are distracting yourself, you're preventing yourself from then focusing on potential of what could be, right? Whether that's a person, whether that's a job, whether that's a location, whatever it is, if you're focusing on something that's already not working, something you don't want, something you know is not going to work out, you are wasting time by focusing on that when there's other things you could be focusing on. So it seems to me, group number 1, that once you close out these chapters within this next 30 days, your life is opening up to more options. You have more doors opening to you in the next 30 days, okay? Yeah, there's an ending. You guys I feel like this ending may be sad for some of you. Look, something can be sad and you could still know it's the best thing for you, okay? It doesn't mean that you're making the wrong decision just because something's making you sad. I feel like a lot of people conflate the idea of like, well, I'm sad about this, so that means I should stay, or that means I should keep doing this, or that means I should blah, 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 blah. That's not what that means. You're a human. You're going to experience emotions, and saying goodbye to anything, whether it's toxic or whether it's not, is sad. Like, we are humans. We get attached to things that we're familiar with. It's going to be sad. But I'm just essentially seeing this, you guys, again, as the next 30 days, you guys wrapping up a cycle in your life. Let's see what this cycle is, because this is now the second time it's showing up, and I want to really understand what this cycle is. Okay. For some of you, you are choosing to leave behind a job. For some of you, you are choosing to leave behind a career and start new. Maybe you're going to get more education so that you can have a higher paying job. Maybe some of you are going to a different location. For others of you, this is going to be a long-term relationship that you are closing out. Not a short-term, not a short-term. For those of you who've been dating somebody for, let's say, a year and under, maybe 2 years and under, I wouldn't see this as a breakup. For those of you who've been with somebody for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years, you may be deciding to close that relationship out. The reason I'm saying this is, again, I'm asking, what is this cycle that we're closing? What is this ending that's occurring for group 1? The 10 of Pentacles is talking about an investment. So automatically I go, okay, you guys are changing something in your career. There's something financially that's changing that we're closing out a chapter in. Could even be your spending habits, okay? However, if I then look at that and I expand it, it could also be relationships that we have invested a lot of time, energy, and effort in. For some of you, it's a friend that you've had for a long time that you're saying, toodaloo, again, das bedanya, not doing this. Can I get a message for group number 1 in regards to what they can expect? Seven of Swords. Okay. So because you're closing out chapters and you're closing out cycles, group number 1, you have a need to prioritize what's important to you and what's not important to you. If you focus on things that you know are not growing, if you focus on things that you know you don't eventually want to invest in, you are wasting your time. I feel like the next 30 days is really going to be centered on and focused on the fact that like you need to prioritize what's important for you, what's not. This is essentially wrapping up the whole reading in a nice little bow. We're working hard towards what we want. We are cutting off or closing out cycles that are draining us. This is essentially what this card is saying. Like, we're figuring out what we want to focus on and what we don't want to focus on anymore. We're getting it together. I love this for you guys. Some of you guys are really wanting to get organized. So, okay. Some of you guys are selling a house, or you have a desire to sell a house, or you're trying to buy a house. Maybe you're trying to like leave a contract. Again, investments. I want you guys to think investments. Can I get a message for group? Yeah, some of you guys are ending a relationship for sure. Okay, we have the tree. Some of you guys are moving, because when I see a tree, I think about stability. I think about stability and like long-term growth. Some of you guys are closing out a chapter in which you were experiencing long-term growth. Again, some of you may even be focusing on a new seed, okay? Starting over. We have the ring. All right, so the ring would indicate to me an engagement, a proposal, Cenus, that's the same thing, a marriage, making a relationship official. For some of you, this may be happening in the next 30 days, or again, for those of you where you've been in a long-term relationship and that relationship is unhappy, I would see this as that relationship coming to a close, just because we have so much closing energy here in the tarot. If that's not the case, guys, then we can just completely separate this. This is a promise. The ring is representing a promise. It's representing something that we are agreeing to do or agreeing to engage in. So I want you to think about what's coming up in the next 30 days and what you could possibly be devoting your time, your energy, and your efforts into, and what it is you are committing yourself to. We have the dog. So some of you guys in the next 30 days are getting a little puppy. Maybe you are starting to look at what kind of puppy you want to get. Maybe you guys are looking at breeders. Maybe you guys are looking at shelters. There are obviously a lot of amazing dogs in shelters that need homes. The best dog that I've ever had in my life, you guys, was a little mutt. He was a little like, I don't even know what he was, but he was literally the most intelligent dog I've ever met in my entire life. He was the most loyal dog, the most protective dog. He was amazing. I miss him so much. He was perfect, literally the most perfect dog ever. And he was a mutt, like very muddy, very mutt. So just a little encouragement for anybody who's on the fence about getting a mutt or getting a shelter puppy. They're definitely worth looking into. So puppies may be coming for some of you. Let's get one more. Okay, see, an ending. There's an ending. Now, guys, here's the thing. I refuse to dig into this energy. This is not my business. This is not my place. This is not my place. Okay. So I'm going to leave that there. There's an ending happening in the next 30 days. This does not need to be a negative ending. This could be a very, very positive ending, you guys. Okay. Keep that in mind. Do not be fearful of endings. Also, I just also want to say this. This is not a bad thing. Like, this is where we are all ending up. And I know a lot of people struggle with this, but it's not something that you should fear. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't tell people what they should and shouldn't fear, but it's inevitable. It's natural. Endings are supposed to happen, you guys. Okay. It's how we keep everything in a balance. So keep that in mind. Do not be fearful of endings that may be coming up for you in this month, you guys. It may even just be the start of a process in which we are purging a lot of things from our lives. It doesn't necessarily need to be, again, a scary thing or a negative thing. It could be extremely, extremely positive. Let me get the mic a little closer. Sorry, guys. Okay. Can I get a message for group? Yeah, you guys are planning ahead, I feel. Interesting. Okay. I feel like the moon was not super helpful in this moment, but I'll read those in a second. One more. Okay. So in the next 30 days, you guys, there is a fiery climax approaching. This could be a really heated conversation with somebody. This could also be finally receiving news on something that you've been pursuing or something you've been wanting to pursue. We also have look at the bigger picture. So I think for a lot of you, you are planning ahead. You're looking at the future and you're planning ahead. You're figuring out what you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to be. You are planning for your future. You're not planning for the immediate. You're looking forward. Oh. We have don't let pride get in your way. Pride could be a dangerous thing, right? Pride could also be a really important thing to have. So it just depends, right? We need the right amount of pride, not too much. We have communication is key. This is obvious. And then we have bring love into the situation. Again, you can take the moon as it resonates for you guys. I'm not seeing the connection with anything else that's shown up here. So you guys take that if it resonates. I'm not seeing it. So I might not even use that deck in the next pile. But we have passions here. So for some of you guys, you are planning on pursuing certain passions. This says, rise passion, rise up high and flame my purpose, reach the sky. Reach the sky, okay? You guys are focusing on your passions. You're focusing on what you're wanting to pursue, what you're wanting to obtain in the upcoming year. We also have a victory. It says, I shall celebrate, I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. You're experiencing a victory. Now, I do think that this victory is more so of like your path being clear for you to move forward and not like a physical victory. We have knowledge here as well. Some of you guys are choosing to go back to university or to obtain a higher education that says, let me connect above and below. Let the knowledge of the ancestors flow. And then we have safe travel. Keep me safe. Let me roam far away, but bring me home. Some of you guys are choosing to travel. Some of you guys are choosing to move. Let's get some astrology. What is coming up in the next 30 days? Fourth house. Yeah, some of you guys are moving homes, moving apartments. Some of you guys are selling a house or wanting to buy a house. Scorpio, this is death and rebirth. This is a new beginning, transformation showing up, group number 1. We have progressions. This is a journey. So there is a mountain to climb. There is a journey ahead of you guys. Can I have... stability, cultivating stability and financial happiness. We have the North Node as well. This is your future. You guys are planning for your future. I really feel like that's what this next month is all about, is like planning for the future, planning for your victory, trying to figure out what steps need to be taken in order for you to have the best year ahead. We have Taurus. This is cultivate. So I think that the focus for you guys, group number 1, over the next 365, I think, is creating more financial abundance and security for yourself, creating comfortability within your home environment, whether that is financially and emotionally and with your personal relationships. But I think first and foremost, we are focusing on building ourselves up financially and building security for ourselves. There's also, again, this energy very much so of you guys wanting to cultivate love perhaps in your life, romance even. For some of you, I'm definitely seeing you getting engaged. Maybe your partner is thinking about proposing to you over the next 30 days. Or again, it's like we're making something official, we're signing contracts, we're doing something to that effect. It's really interesting because, again, there's definitely a cycle wrapping up, and that cycle that could be wrapping up, you guys, for those of you who are getting engaged or building a home with somebody, the cycle that's wrapping up could be the end of like the relationship and the beginning of the fiancé and fiancée, the husband and wife, or the wife and wife, the husband and husband, the yada, 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 yada. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and boop. Can I please get a message for group? We have distance. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. I see this as travel, guys. This is the love deck, so I'm not necessarily going to connect this to a partner, but I would see that as travel for some of you, or again, moving from one place to another, right? One place to another. We have manifest as well, and it says, tell the universe exactly what you want. Tell the universe exactly what you want. We have, they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. Some of you guys are receiving an unexpected text message, call, letter. This doesn't need to be from somebody romantic, although it could be. And then we have divorce, experiencing a breakup. And I said this in the beginning, some of you guys are going through a breakup in the next 30 days. Some of you are elevating your relationship in the next 30 days. If you're not going through a romantic breakup, you guys, and you're going through a breakup of like a friendship, or a breakup of like I'm moving, or a breakup of like I'm leaving my job, but there's some ending that's happening in your guys' life, group number 1, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad ending. So for those of you where you're in a happy, healthy relationship, please don't take this as, oh my God, my relationship is ending, because your relationship's not ending. If your relationship's happy and healthy, it's not ending. I feel like this is a happy ending. This is a happy, like, toodaloo, again, das vidanya, we're done. We're not doing this anymore. It feels happy. It doesn't feel negative. It doesn't feel like, it feels happy. So I don't want you guys to be scared or spooked or anything like that. It seems positive, and it seems like a lot of what we're doing in the next 30 days is us focusing on our future, is us focusing on what is to come. So for those of you who have a crusty, dusty boyfriend, you're kicking him to the curb. For those of you who have a job who's overworking you and not paying you what you deserve, you're saying, I got a better job. Okay, I'm getting my money up. Don't need you anymore, Miss Manager, Miss Boss. For others of you, again, you are moving and you're saying like to the current place that you're living. And I also feel like you guys, again, are showing up to nurture certain seeds that you have been wanting to grow. And a lot of the next 30 days is a planning period for the next chapter of your guys' life. So, and there's also travel. I feel like there's movement, there's travel, there's things like this, but looking forward to the future and planning for the future seems to be the most prevalent thing. So that is what I have for you guys. Group number 1, thank you guys so much for allowing me to read for you. I'm sending you oodles and boodles of love. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, rest of your month, and that's all I got. So bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start off with the dice. If you're new, my babes, the dice is extra. It's dessert. If your sign doesn't pop up, it's not that deep, love. Taurus. Aries. Taurus. Shut up, guys. Aries. Can we get something other than Taurus and Aries? One more. Virgo. Love you the most, Virgo. Thank you for showing up for us. Okay. Love you too, Taurus and Aries, but like, that was a little funny. Okay. Can we please get a message for group number 2 in regards to what they can expect the next 30 days? What? I want to gag. I want to choke. Sorry, guys. I was bopping around before sitting down. Okay. There's a lot going on. Can I get a message about this? I want confirmation, please, on what that is. Okay. Someone here does not see their value. Someone here is struggling with their self-worth, and that's a problem. But the first card that came up, you guys, is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is talking about your past. This is either, brace yourself, this is either you guys are finding out that you're having a child in the next 30 days, or you are revisiting something from childhood. This could be a person, your siblings, your family home, your family. Obviously, the next 30 days, you guys, is going to be holiday season. So it makes sense that you may be visiting your family. Like, this is not a shocker. This is not this is, makes sense with what's going on in the next 30 days for a lot of people in the world. Visiting family, visiting old friends. Some of you are finding out you're pregnant. Maybe you're announcing your pregnancy. That's what we got though, the Six of Cups. Some of you guys are having a really intense therapy session where you're talking about your childhood and you're like really diving deep into certain things that have happened in your childhood. This may even be triggering for some of you, but I feel like that's for a niche part of the audience. We have the Page of Cups. This is a surprise happening. Obviously, again, the holiday season is upon us, so it makes sense to me that there may be a surprise taking place for a lot of you who have chosen group number 2. Yeah, there's a surprise. For some of you, it could even be that surprise baby, that surprise pregnancy test, that surprise like, oh, I'm pregnant. For others of you, this could be a surprise in regards to money, perhaps an increase, perhaps getting a raise, receiving some type of financial blessing. The thing that is bothering me the most, though, like I was saying earlier, is the devil. So Capricorn, hi, love you the most, Cappy. It's not your fault that you are the devil in tarot. The devil in tarot is just very intense. Here's the thing, guys. I'm very much seeing this as self-sabotage. Some of you guys who are watching this, like, you don't want yourselves to be happy. And you're telling yourself, yes, I do want myself to be happy, but everything keeps falling apart. Stop saying that. Even if it's true, stop saying that. Stop saying everything's falling apart, okay? And some of you, like, you are participating in things that you know are toxic, or it's not what you want long term. So it's like, and I'm not saying this to make it sound like it's easy to just walk away or it's easy to cut toxic ties. I know it's not. Like, I've been in toxic relationships. I've had toxic situations with work and coworkers. I know it's not easy to just be like, bye. I get it. But like, you have to take initiative. You have to be an advocate for yourself, because at the end of the day, like, you are really all you have in this life. Obviously you have friends, obviously you have family, but like, at the end of the day, you're the only one who has to live with you. You're the only one who has to live with you for the rest of your life, from the moment you're born to the day you're not here. You have to live with you. So if you are staying in a perpetual cycle that's toxic and that is causing you to disrespect yourself, or is creating an environment where you feel disrespected or like your boundaries are being crossed, it's time to cut those cycles. It's time to cut those ties. The devil is talking about addiction. So for some of you, you may be heavily addicted to something. Now, I am not a doctor, so it is not my place to speak on anything medical, and I will not be speaking on anything medical, but I will say this: if you are addicted to something, seek out a medical professional, or seek out a therapist, or seek out somebody who can help you seriously cut those ties, because it's not healthy for you, and it is putting you in a position where you are not valuing yourself. For others of you, this is a person who is toxic, who's also addictive. It's time to leave that person behind. And again, if this is difficult for you to do, please seek out professional help. Please seek out the help of your family, of your friends, of a therapist, okay? The devil is representing intensity, toxicity, and ultimately, like, in partaking in this energy, we are not respecting ourselves, okay? So the devil's here, toxicity, a cycle that needs to be broken. We have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is representing value. If it's attached to the devil, it's telling me that we are not valuing ourselves. We have the Page of Pentacles. This is a level up taking place for you guys. I do feel like this may be financially, or it may be through cutting that tie or through saying goodbye to the devil. We are then elevating our lives and experiencing something greater than what we've been experiencing previously. And then we have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is ultimately talking about walking away. Okay, it's talking about saying goodbye. I feel like I was saying this a lot in the last pile as well. A new beginning, a new chapter, the Ace of freaking Wands, you guys. This is new growth. Now, it makes sense to me because of the time of the year that we are in when this is being filmed. We are in a time of year where we are looking, we're in the winter, right? We're in the dark, we're in the cold months, and we're planning ahead for this upcoming year. We're planning ahead for what's to come. That is essentially how I'm seeing this. Like, we are choosing to start to value ourselves. We're trying to elevate ourselves. We're trying to create a better life for ourselves, have this fresh start, have this new beginning, have this new growth. And I think in order to do that, we're going to have to walk away from what is keeping us down, what is keeping us stagnant. Let's go ahead and see what else is coming up for you guys in the next 30 days. Can I get a message for group? Oh, some of you guys are receiving recognition. Some of you guys are receiving recognition. Some of you guys are receiving praise and attention. For others of you, this is feeling like a wish fulfillment. I think some of you guys are meeting somebody very important in the month of December. I think you're meeting someone extremely important, maybe even towards the end of November, but it feels like someone who you're having a really deep connection with. For some reason, I'm seeing you and this person like going on a drive, and like the stars are out and we're like looking through the windshield, and it's like, oh, it's such a beautiful night. The moon's out. I know that sounds like a really weird image, but it's like, it feels like somebody special. I don't know if this is a friend or a romantic partner or somebody we're dating, but it seems really cute. We have the garden again. This is very similar to the last pile. If you're wanting your garden to flourish, you have to show up and water your garden. You have to tend to your garden if you're wanting your garden to flourish. So I see this as you guys showing up, putting in energy, putting in work, putting in effort towards what you're wanting to grow. Can I get a message for group 2? See this, guys, I'm not making this up. You are with somebody special. I don't know if you're like on a first date. I don't know if this is like a new friend that you've made, but you are in the passenger seat of their car. You are driving. It's dark at night. You are looking up at the stars or at the sky. You're seeing stars. You're seeing this big, beautiful moon. And you're just like happy, and it feels like this really cute, giddy feeling of like, oh, I'm so excited to be with this person. I can't figure out if this is romantic or not. It just feels like a giddy feeling of like, oh, I'm so happy. Can I get one more? What's happening for group number 2 in the next 30 days? We have a fox. This is being sly, sneaky, cunning, mischievous. Maybe you guys are being rather mischievous over the next 30 days. Okay. Ooh, I feel shaking. Can I get a message? We have running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. Some of you guys are choosing to take up running or working out or doing something physical with your body. This could also be talking about you ghosting somebody or somebody ghosting you. Fun. I don't actually think that's fun. I do think that it's productive just to tell somebody straight up I'm not interested, but I also don't think that people owe you anything. Like at the end of the day, if you're not in an official relationship with somebody, they don't owe you an explanation. They don't owe you a this or a that. So, but again, it could just be you guys are taking on new physical activity. We have distance. This is space, separation, and blockage. Perhaps you guys are taking space or time out to be by yourself. Maybe some of you are choosing to go out into nature and to spend more time alone, or to spend more time in a space in which you can kind of like get a better perspective of everything. We have bluff. This is pretending, mask, and exaggeration. All right. Pretending, mask, and exaggeration. Maybe there's a situation where you're feeling like you have to put on a face. I don't know if it's like a brave face, or if it's like you're going on a job interview, so you have to like fluff up your resume a little bit, but it's feeling a little bit like we're putting on a face that will be acceptable to the people around us. Let's go fly a kite. Can I please? That is complicated. Okay. We have authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I'm authentic in thought, word, and deed. So you guys, I think, are struggling between like wanting to be authentic and wanting to be liked. That's what this is talking about. Wanting to be authentic and wanting to be accepted, wanting to be liked, wanting to be welcomed into a group or welcomed with a particular person. And we're struggling with this. I want you guys to know that it's courageous for you to be yourself. It's courageous for you to choose to be authentic. This says, by shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. It is courageous for you to choose to be yourself. It's courageous for you to be authentic. This is not easy, guys. To be courageous is not to be without fear. It's to move forward and pursue what you're wanting to pursue, or to go in the direction you're wanting to go, despite the fact that you're afraid. In this case, I would say showing your authentic self despite being worried about what others think. I think perhaps this month may be largely focused on self-acceptance as well. We have success. This success that is true belongs to me. Success with honor and integrity. Success with honor and integrity. Ooh. Some of you guys are working on a school project or a university project, whatever level of education you are at. You are working on a project, you are putting in work and effort, and you are receiving praise for the work and effort that you put in. Others of you, you are trying to accomplish something at work. I don't know if this is like you being in a management position, if this is you getting better hours or changing your schedule. Maybe you're trying to get a raise as well. I don't necessarily see you having success with that, but I see you having success in regards to, if you're not giving me this, then I'm going to move and find someone who's going to give me what I'm asking for. Okay. Let's see what else we can get for you guys. Can I get a message? Your hard work is paying off. So for those of you who have been working hard, you are about to reap the rewards of your efforts. We have expect a powerful change. This is an eclipse. We also have surrender to the divine. So an eclipse and a full moon. Let's see what else we can get. Can I have a message for group number 2 in regards to what's coming up this next month? We have gambling, problems with addictions, or gambling, bad finances. Okay, so some of you guys are taking a risk. This isn't literal gambling. For some of you, it literally could be, but this is taking risks. Now, when we're taking a gamble, the risk could be worth the reward, right? So it's important for you guys, group number 2, over the next 30 days, I want you guys to ask yourself, with the decisions that you are making that are risky, is this worth the risk? Is this worth the potential reward? And is the consequence worth the reward? Like, If I don't get the reward, is the consequences going to be worth it? Because sometimes I think people just think about like, what can I get from this? But like, think about what you could lose, okay? So consider that. Also, others of you, you need to start saving your money better. I know the holiday season's coming up, but I do think saving money is going to be important for this. And then we have problems with addictions. Again, there's an addictive pattern that we are in, or self-sabotaging behavior that we're engaging in, that we need to disengage with immediately. Ooh. We have open your heart. It will help you attract more love. Open your heart. It will help you attract more love. I do think for some of you, there is a new romantic interest coming into your life in the next 30 days, but it seems very, very early stages. For those of you who are already in a relationship, it's very possible you guys are about to get pregnant. Maybe you guys are moving in together as well, but it says someone is expecting. So within this last month and this next 30 days, you guys could be getting pregnant, okay? Or you just recently found out you were pregnant. So, congratulations. We have water sign as well. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There may be a significant water sign coming into your life. You guys watching may be a water sign. This is all about emotions, intuition, spirituality, things like this. I believe I need another card. Can I get Uranus? This is change, guys. So there's definitely change happening. That's way too many. That's like 4 or 5. Can I get a message for group 2 about what's coming in the next 30 days? The moon, perception. So your guys' perception may be changing in the next 30 days, okay? Whew. Let's get... No. What's happening in the next 30 days for group 2? You guys are working hard, all right? And you're closing a chapter. That is essentially what's happening, totality. It could just be that you're closing out the year, right? You're closing out the year, you're saying goodbye to 2023, you're welcoming in the new year, and you are preparing yourself for hard work and effort. Ooh. Okay, guys. I think that is it for today. Ultimately, what do I want to give to you with this message, you guys? A lot of you are experiencing more success in your day-to-day, okay? Some of you are definitely getting pregnant, or you're finding out you're pregnant. Others of you need to address an addiction that you have, or an addictive behavior, or an addiction to a person that you may have. A lot of you are working extremely hard to achieve your goals. Some of you guys are also open to releasing the mask, okay? So a lot of you guys are realizing that like you cannot put on this show anymore, and it's more important for you to present yourself in an authentic manner. And there's also a situation with like a risk versus a reward, and a decision that needs to be made with that. So some of you guys may be faced with a choice of like, again, is this worth the risk versus the reward? And are the consequences worth it? And weighing out your options in regards to that. So group number 2. That is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I really do appreciate it. I hope that this was helpful, my lovelies, and that is all I have for you today. So, bye. Hello to my final group number 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's go ahead, beautifuls, and get on into it. We will start off actually with the dice, you guys. Sagittarius. Hello, Sag. Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. Hello. Sun, Moon, Rising, guys. Leo. Hello, Leo. Okay, Leo and Aquarius. Hello, hello, hello. All right, let's start with the shuffle. Can I please get a message for group number 3 in regards to what is coming up for them in the next 30 days? Justice is being served, group number 3. Okay. So when justice comes into a reading, the wrongs that have been done to you are being made right, group 3, okay? So I want you to think about people who have done you wrong, or situations that you feel like didn't turn out in your favor, or a situation that was unjust. Because let me say this, sometimes people are like, this didn't go in my favor, but it's like, what did you do for it to go in your favor? You know? So the wrongs are going to be made right, okay? So keep that in mind. This is also talking about feeling balanced, feeling harmonious, things being fair. I would say for you guys, group number 3, your next 30 days feels rather smooth. It feels rather consistent across the board. We have the 8 of Swords. Perhaps some of you guys are gaining your freedom in the next 30 days. When I say freedom, I mean perhaps this is like a mental cage you guys have kept yourself in that you are now releasing yourself from. This could also be releasing yourself from a relationship, a career that's been making you unhappy, living with your family or your parents, something like that. Freeing yourself though. In some way, shape, or form, group number 3, you're freeing yourself in the next 30 days. Maybe that's even just an expansion of the mind. Some of you guys are partaking in studying, all right? You are trying to learn something in a repetitious manner because you want to be perfect, because you want to really obtain the knowledge to the best of your ability. So you are soaking up as much knowledge as you possibly can, group 3, okay? Can I get another message for... We have strength. All right, you guys are exhibiting a lot of restraint and a lot of strength over the next 30 days, okay? You guys are going to be extremely strong. You guys are going to be extremely resilient over the next 30 days. I don't necessarily think that you have a reason to be. There may be a lot on your plate. It seems like a busy next 30 days with gaining your freedom and trying to focus on a skill. So that could cause a bit of stress, but I think that you guys are handling it really well. Can I please get a message? We have the 4 of Pentacles. All right, so the 4 of Pentacles is talking about saving. My suggestion to you guys, group number 3, would be to save as much money as you possibly can. Save your energy, save your resources. If you know that you are exhausted, don't offer your friend to go study with you, or that you'll help them study, or that you'll help them move. If you know that you don't have that much to give, conserve your energy, conserve your resources, conserve your energy. Judgment. This is talking about standing up for what you believe in, whether it's right or whether it's easy or hard, right? And doing this is not always simple. It's not always easy. Sometimes it's extremely difficult to stand up for what you believe in. Now, when I say this, you guys, I mean this more so in the next 30 days. You guys may be challenged in regards to your belief system or in regards to your ethics and your morals. So keep that in mind. Like, your ethics and your morals are only as strong as you are. If you choose not to stand behind them, then are they really ethics? Are they really morals? If you can just like sway any old silly willy way. I feel like for some of you, you may even be having a desire to practice law. I feel like this is super niche, but some of you guys may have a desire to practice law, to become a lawyer. Maybe eventually you even want to be a judge. Maybe some of you are even wanting to work as like a detective or something like that. The reason why I'm saying that is because we have judge and justice. To judge and like for that to be here twice, I just feel like I need to mention it. So maybe some of you guys have jury duty. I was going to spill some tea. I'm not going to spill tea. I'll just say the prison system is full. So, you know, our tax money can go other places besides trying to track people down who are not going to their jury duty. Anyways, we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, you guys, this is talking about curiosity. This is talking about maintaining your curiosity and your thirst for knowledge and wisdom. This is also being really excited about something new that you're learning. For some reason, I feel like some of you watching this have a desire to like be a pilot or something like that, or you want to go and like learn how to fly, which I think is really interesting. I don't know why that's coming up, but for some of you, that's a thing. For others of you, this is just obtaining knowledge. Maybe you guys are reading a really fascinating book. That hurt so bad. And for the rest of you, this is stability and financial success. So you're saving money. You are creating more stability in your life. Maybe you are meeting somebody who's helping you create more stability in your life, group number 3. But that is what the King of Pentacles is. It's stability, reliability, consistency, that type of energy. Can I get a message for group 3 about what's happening for them? You guys are journaling. You're manifesting. You're getting lucky. Tick tock, tick tock. Some of you guys are meeting a very handsome gentleman. Some of you guys are going on a date with a very handsome gentleman. Some of you guys are in a relationship with this very handsome gentleman, and maybe you are getting elevated in the relationship in some way, shape, or form. Maybe your partner's like, let's move in together. Let's have a baby. I'm just kidding. Let's move in together. Let's get married. Let's make the relationship official. Maybe it's the first date. Maybe it's not. Maybe you are experiencing more respect in your romantic partnerships or in your friendships. We also have the Clover. This is luck. So you guys are getting lucky in the next 30 days. We have a journal. I'm seeing this as a lot of you guys choosing to manifest something. You are choosing to manifest your scripting. You are writing down what you're wanting to bring into your existence. I think this is especially potent to do on New Year's, you guys. People can argue with me, whatever. I don't care. Do it this day, do it that day. I don't care. In my experience, when I have manifested, when I have done manifestation rituals on New Year's, those are always the things that have come swiftly. So maybe look into it. Maybe you guys, the grapes. Okay. Anyone know what I'm talking about? The grapes under the table, eating the 12 grapes under the table to manifest your dreams and your wishes for the upcoming year, or your lover, and wearing the red underwear. 100%, you guys, I would do it. I would do it. I would look into doing it. We have the clock tower. Okay. So this could literally be representing TikTok. I don't know. It's just when I picked up, I went TikTok. Okay. The clock. This could also be talking about you guys changing your schedule around, becoming more punctual. Maybe you guys are even moving to a different time zone. The clock tower. Okay. A message. Yeah, there's romance happening for you guys. We got a pathway. This is a passage. You are crossing a passage. You're going through a pathway. Okay, there's not much to say about that. There's a heart connection as well, which I think is interesting considering the fact that we have the gentleman here. So perhaps you are making a romantic connection. I want to get more information on that because that seems relevant. The fact that that's energy has showed up twice here. Can I get a message? Moving on. Someone is unavailable. A waste of time. It's over. So some of you guys are moving on and you're dating someone else. You're moving on from someone who wasn't available or who was emotionally not open. We have commitment. Things are getting serious. See, I think you guys are moving on from a situation or a person that wasn't able to give you what it is you wanted to get or what you deserve. And you're moving on to something that is providing you with more commitment or more seriousness, I guess we could say, for a lack of a better word. More commitment is coming. This could, again, it could have to do with work. I'm feeling like for a lot of you, this has to do with love because we have a lot of things here that are representing romantic gestures and things like that. Can I have a message? Yeah, see, only you, devoted, attached, crave. Some of you guys, group number 3, are falling in love in the next 30 days, or you're meeting someone that you're eventually going to fall in love with. Only you, devoted, attached, crave. We have heart fog. This is mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. And I think this is what you're moving on from. You're moving on from a person or a situation that did not recognize your value. They were very back and forth. They were like, oh, I don't know what I want to do. And you're like, I'm not waiting for this. I'm not waiting for you to figure it out, so I'm going to go. I feel like you guys are releasing yourself from somebody or a situation that was not treating you correctly or that was not appreciating what it is you were bringing to the table. We have memories as well. This is reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. I feel like over the next 30 days, group 3, you guys are creating really happy, really beautiful, beautiful memories that are going to stay with you for a really long time. Can I get a message for group 3? Adjustments are required. So over the next 30 days, you guys are making adjustments, perhaps in your regimens, in your daily routine, in your activity levels, in your diet, in your education, in how much you're studying. You're making adjustments in your relationship. Some of you guys are making adjustments with your boundaries. Be bold and make the first move. This is an encouragement for you guys to take action, to play an active role in your life, and to not just sit back and wait for life to happen to you, but to go out and to make life happen for you. Can I have a message for group number 3? Oh, yeah. Okay. I feel confident now. Group 3, I really think you guys are meeting somebody who's important to you in your life in the next 30 days. I really think that you guys are either falling in love or you're meeting somebody who you're going to fall in love with in the next 30 days. For those of you who are in a relationship, I see this as you guys elevating the relationship, okay? We have a true love come to me. True love shall come to me. As I do will, so mote it be. I'm sorry, you guys. I was holding back a sneeze. But I definitely see love coming for you guys because there's so much here that is representing love. The only you, the heart connection, the gentleman. True love come to me. We have study here as well, and it says, let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. Okay, some of you guys have finals or you just had finals. I want you to know that you did fine. You did fine. You did well enough. I don't want to say you did excellent or amazing, but you did well enough, guys. Okay, you did well enough. So, others of you guys are preparing to study or you're preparing for a test or something to that effect. Organization, purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily. Some of you guys are getting organized. This could be packing up certain things or throwing out certain things from our past, things that are old, things that we are ready to release. Oh my goodness, my nose. Can I get a message for group? Okay. Can I get a message for group 3 in regards to what's coming up in the next 30 days? Okay, inconsistency, you guys, is never going to bring us the results that we want. So being consistent is going to be important over the next 30 days. Release anybody who is being inconsistent with you. We have the old man. This could be somebody who we are looking to for guidance or wisdom, somebody who we may be taking knowledge from. We have parties. So this is perhaps a holiday party coming up, having fun with friends. Can I have, yeah, okay. We have treason. So perhaps we were recognizing something in our life or someone in our life that needs to be dismissed. And then we have achievements. So you guys are achieving something in the next 30 days. I do think that has to do with your studies or with work. Okay. Let's get one more deck. Can I have... That is too many. Can I get one more, please? Okay, 2 is fine. We have the 8th house. This is endings and beginnings. This is also taxes. Some of you guys are preparing for tax season. Others of you guys are experiencing a closing out of a chapter. I would essentially read this, though, you guys, it's just preparing for the new year. Like, because closing out chapters doesn't seem super significant for this group, preparing for the new year in general. We're all going through a new season, right? We have a midheaven. Maybe you guys are changing the way that you are dressing or presenting physically to the public or to people who don't know you personally. Maybe you're changing your hair color. Maybe you're getting a new tattoo or a piercing. Maybe you're getting some type of cosmetic procedure done. But the midheaven is essentially the way that the public perceives you, the way that people are perceiving you, okay? We have the 9th house. Some of you guys are diving deeper into your spiritual practices, into your spiritual beliefs. Others of you, this is representing traveling. This is representing higher education. So again, going back to university to get a higher education or wanting to pursue something that requires you to expand your education. And then ultimately we have the 10th house. This is authority. This is your career. So I would describe this as you guys experiencing successes and wins in your career over the next 30 days. A message? A message? Okay. For those of you who just went through a breakup, there's a new love coming. I felt like I didn't pull out this deck for anybody else, but I felt like for this group I needed to, because there was quite literally so many messages here of true love come to me, this gentleman, the heart connection. Some of you guys just went through a breakup and you're going to be meeting somebody very soon. I don't know if it's within this next 30 days that you're meeting them and falling in love and like, oh my God, we're in a relationship, but I do believe they are coming into your life, or you are being set on the path that is leading you to them in the next 30 days, okay? For the rest of you, it does seem like there's success with your education, with school. Again, potential planning for travel. We're getting organized. We are studying. We are making the necessary adjustments. And we're taking initiative. That seems to be all that is going on for you guys in the next 30 days, group number 3. So that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And that's all I got. So bye.